One from you seen from the intro, today we're gonna see the pirate show. Now, I think I was a little bit more excited for this than my daughter, but we both enjoyed it, kind of. I want to start off by saying, as you can see, we're in the parking lot. Parking is around $15, but you can talk to them at the front, and I believe they give you a discount. Don't quote me because I'm not sure. As we were walking, we saw this nice, cute boat. We wanted to take pictures, but it was so cold in Orlando, so we had to skip that. And when we got inside, we were surprisingly surprised. Okay, so before I get into the show itself and the presentation and the gift shop, etc., I wanted to talk about the pricing. So you can get the tickets cheaper on Groupon for kids and adults, and general admission is obviously going to be less than VIP. However, I will say this, once you reach to the front desk, they will charge you, I think they charge us like $15 extra when we reach there. So, just be wary of that. But I do like that Groupon gives you like a little bit of what the show will do. We got our tickets from Groupon, but then when I got there, I had to pay an additional fee. So they were like, sometimes it's just best to get from their website. And also, I think it's a smaller franchise, so it does help their business as well. However, I can say the website is more thorough, so I do recommend going over there. Nonetheless, you will still have to make a phone call and make a reservation. This is not a show that you can just book it on Groupon and go. You have to make sure that the dates are available and there are enough seats for you and your party and everyone going. So let's get into their pricing and the reservation. As you can see, they have December up, obviously this is past December, but the pricing is different from what you see on Groupon. See, for adults is around $73 and for kids is around $47. So yes, even though it's a big jump, remind you, when you get there, if you use Groupon, it's an additional fee. I think it was $15. For us, who knows what it will be for you, but if you want just one price frame, go directly to their website. Now, I do love the website because they actually tell you a little bit more thorough in detail, of course. Number one, they tell you that you get a 3-course meal. The first thing is going to be an appetizer, which you have a choice of a soup or a salad. And then you have your entree, which I'll get into next, and then you get a dessert. Now, all of this come included in the show, so it's not an additional fee. It's already in the price point, which I thought was really cool. Okay, so now let's discuss how the meals actually go. So let's start off with the appetizers. Although you do get a super salad for free, you have additional appetizers that you can make a payment for, all the way from fried calamari to french fries. Next, we're gonna do entrees. Now, everyone loves a good entree, and actually I thought they had some really great options. So let's get into it. First is the free meals, which comes included with no additional fees, which is the Captain Chicken Meal, gluten-free pasta, a vegetarian pasta, and the chicken nuggets. Then for additional fee, if you want to upgrade your meal, you can have like pork meals, surf and turf, beef tenderloins, grilled salmon, and even a turkey leg. I didn't decide to upgrade my meal because I need to see how their food were tasting first. So I didn't upgrade, but I will say stay tuned till the end to see how I grade the meals. Now it's time for the kids meal. For the kids meal, obviously the menu is going to be a little bit more simpler, which they just have chicken nuggets, vegetarian pasta, and gluten-free pasta. And then they also have little upgrades in smaller portion, I believe. I don't know how true that is, which is the beef tenderloins, the grilled salmon, and the Captain's chicken meal, and the pork meal. And obviously we got the chicken nuggets. Nonetheless, it doesn't end there. They do give you options of desserts. Unfortunately, only one dessert is free, which is the dessert that we got, the chocolate brownie. However, you can get fried brownie, fried cheesecake, ice cream, and a cheesecake slice for an additional price. Alright, that's out the way now, so let's get into the shop. You enter the shop once you finish getting your photos taken from the front. Yes, you get photos taken. And I thought this real cool money thing was amazing. So it's not real money, it's paper money. But if you collect a certain amount, you get like a free dagger. And I thought that was really cool. Nonetheless, we decided to still explore while we waited for the show to start. They have cool things such as teddy bears that you can purchase, swords, light up toys, anything that you could think of to make the kids' imaginations go wild. They kind of had it already. And they also had extra little gadgets for people, I think, for the older folks to purchase if they wanted to. Obviously, accommodating everyone. It was Christmas time that we came here, so obviously, they had a Christmas tree in the back, which I thought was a good part of their aesthetics. So now let's get into the show. I really enjoyed the show. I like the theatrics. I like that they gave you the ability to participate. So the concept is there's like 4 or 5 different pirates, which that means there's 4 or 5 different teams. And they coordinated it through colors. So we were the orange team, and then they were like purple and yellow. It was so cute. And they like stole this princess and mermaid of like the kings, and they were trying to get the money out of them. I thought it was just a funny show in general. Really enjoyed it, and the concept of having the kids participate like a little by little kept them a little bit interactive, and I thought it was so entertaining. So as far as presentation and everything that they did in the show, loved it. Loved the different lights. It kept you engaged. And I feel like it's definitely somewhere that you want to take your family. And at the end, they actually let the kids participate into this like little story time, which I thought was so cute. So overall, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Okay, now it's time for us to get into the dinner itself. Now, this is my first dinner show, so I thought it was very intriguing. They start you off with a salad. I got the Caesar. My daughter, she didn't get anything. And I've heard of TV dinners, but not dinner shows, so I thought that was a very added touch to it. I like the fact that you can sit down and eat and watch the show at the same time. So as we were enjoying our food, we were actually watching. And I thought, obviously this is my first time doing it. Excited. But let's get into the entree. So although I did enjoy the show, I'm going to be honest about the meal. The chicken, I would like to start off with, because it looks really good and really cooked thoroughly. However, it was kind of dry. So I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. Now, my favorite part was actually the mashed potatoes. Yes, I'm a carbs girl, but I will say this. It was very moist, very soft. It wasn't clumpy, and I really enjoyed it. And then on top of that, they had the sauteed vegetables, which I think added to the meal. I give that a 7 out of 10. And actually, I give the potatoes a good 8 out of 10. Now for my daughter's meal, it was a basic chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, which most kids get. But let's get into it. The chicken nuggets was a solid 4 out of 10. And I'm not saying that to be uncourteous, but it was just not good. It was okay. She didn't eat her meal, which I don't even know why at this point. But the mac and cheese was also underwhelming. Oh man, I mean, I'm not trying to be overcritical, but for a kid's meal, I could see how they would just, say, okay, whatever. But I think the kids' meal in general, the chicken nuggets, 4 out of 10. The mac and cheese, 3 out of 10. And that's on the generous side. But nonetheless, we continued watching the show and waited for the desserts. Oh, yes. So we finally got to the desserts, and I thought we were both excited. She didn't eat her dessert, but I went ahead and tried it. And even though it looked so good and the presentation was definitely a good 8 out of 10, it was so hard. I was like, oh my god, did they I don't know, it was hard, but it was flavorful. So I'm gonna give the dessert a good, and I am a bias because I love sweets. I'm a sweet tooth person. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, but I think if I warmed it up, it could have got to an 8. Or if they added ice cream on the side. Oh yeah. Anyways, I like the fact that they give you a carry home box. I took one, and that's the end of the dinner. Yes, I enjoyed the experience of this, and actually I would do it again, hopefully with more people next time. I think that would make it more enjoyable. But I definitely give the pirate show a solid 8 out of 10.